check out our shirt on Tespring.
Hey folks, what's going on? Laura, a little curious not to know. See, today I'm going to talk about this person, Boebert, and what she did at a Broadway play called Beetlejuice. It's one of those people, is that how the hell she became a lawmaker? She's embarrassment, a disgrace for this country. Watching her do her speeches is like watching a Saturday night sketch. It's just incredible stupidity. And you just wonder what religion she's from and where she gets these ideals. And I noticed about her speeches are misleading in lies. It all comes down to her spurious theories. They have no merit. And once again, I don't know where she's her facts when she does her speeches. She has people she hires that helps her out with this, but I just don't know about this person. But the whole thing about the whole Beetlejuice thing, what happened with her, it kind of shows who she really is, because she claimed I'm a Christian, blah, 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 family values. But she did this pretty much as a family play in front of, who knows how many kids surrounded by, vaping, taking pictures, acting like a fool. And she's also, she's the same thing about drag queens. This should not be in public. Blah, blah.
I truly hate to have to deliver this news, but it appears that Republican Congresswoman Lauren Boebert of Colorado has not been honest with us. Not with the American people, not with her constituents in Colorado. She has lied about what happened to get her ejected from a recent performance of Beetlejuice the musical. Earlier in the week, we brought you this story, first reported by the folks over at the Denver Post. On Sunday evening, the Congresswoman and a male companion were escorted out of a downtown Denver theater, quote, accused by venue officials of vaping, singing, recording, and, quote, causing a disturbance during the performance. According to an usher quoted in the theater's incident report, the patrons said they would not leave. I told them I would be going to get the Denver police. They said, go get them. Now, the Congresswoman seriously downplayed the situation after this news broke, posting she, quote, pleads guilty to laughing and singing too loud, hand covering mouth emoji. Her campaign manager took it even further, confirming that he called the stunning and salacious rumors that Boebert is indeed a supporter of the performing arts gasp who enthusiastically enjoyed the performance. Well, thanks to the good folks at 9 News in Denver, we now have the security footage from inside that theater. Take a look at their investigation into what really happened.
Boebert. Say it 3 times and she appears in security video from a weekend performance of Beetlejuice, where the Congresswoman was kicked out of the theater for being disruptive. The DCPA says she was vaping. Boebert's team denied that, said the haze was from fog machines in the show. That claim goes up in smoke when you see the video. The pregnant woman sitting behind Boebert told the Denver Post she asked her to stop vaping, and Boebert refused. Her one-woman show continued, taking flash photos, raising her hands and dancing, often the only one clapping or standing up in the crowd. Boebert occasionally took a break from being disruptive to enjoy the company of her male companion. He briefly had a grasp on the situation before ushers returned and told Boebert she had to leave. The theater's incident report says Boebert pulled the "Don't you know who I am" card on the way out, giving theater employees the single-finger salute.
Now, we're sparing you the details of the more R-rated behavior Boebert and her friend engaged in. You can find that on the internet if you zoom in on some of that surveillance footage, if you're interested, at the Beetlejuice musical. I don't think it's a good look going into a re-election campaign against a Democratic challenger who, remember, Boebert barely beat in 2022. It was the surprise race of the midterms. Last November, that man, Democrat Adam Frisch, came within 600 votes of unseating Lauren Boebert. And Frisch is running against her again. And so far this year, he has been out fundraising her. It's fair to say a good number of the residents of Colorado's 3rd District were already embarrassed by their elected representative well before Beetlejuice.
So apparently that was her first last day with that gentleman. She made a little joke. This is what happens when you date a Democrat. She claims she'll never date one ever again.
Week, or has it been?
It's always hard whenever there's gravity put on the voters. I'm here to provide levity and lift burdens off of people. So anytime that they're carrying mine, it's something that kind of feel deep inside. But ultimately, all future date nights have been canceled. And I learned to check party affiliations before you go on a date. But all in all, it was mostly a lovely time, and I've taken responsibility for my actions. Would love to know how the musical ended, and I encourage people to go and see.
She didn't take any kind of false responsibility for it. She made some really poor ass excuse. And then they try to downplay it. They try to blame everybody else but them. They said, oh, it was smoke. I'm not vaping. It was smoke around me or some other things. She said, oh, I was excited in that. To keep yourself kicked out is you have to do out of your way to do something really stupid. And she did it. She was warned. Like a Karen mentality to her, I can do whatever I want. I'm a senator. She even used that, say, you know who I am kind of attitude. It didn't get you that far. Well, her problem is you can't really lie when there's cameras around. No matter where you're at, especially a public area, there's going to be cameras. She keeps lying about things. Even she went to Fox News and she tells more of the lies. Fox News is where Republicans go to manipulate things and take no responsibility for their own actions and blame other people for their actions.
The Colorado congresswoman was kicked out of a Denver theater during a performance of Beetlejuice because she was vaping, singing, and dancing. She denied it, and then security footage showed otherwise. Now, AOC was aghast because Boebert was getting frisky with her date in the dark, although Alexandria doesn't care when drag queens gyrate in kindergartners' faces in broad daylight. See Waters Prime Time. And that's why Congressman Lauren Boebert joins me now. All right, so what happened that night?
Hi, Jesse. First of all, what happened is I messed up. I went on a date night, and I am a congresswoman and a public figure, but believe it or not, I'm human too. Obviously, everyone is very interested in my personal life and me going through a very difficult divorce. And as a mother of 4 boys and a grandmother to a beautiful grandson, that's my first job before anything else in my priority. It's certainly been taxing on me and my family, but it's to have this experience broadcast before the whole world, something that was in the dark, is certainly heartbreaking to watch, to see, and I have apologized to my constituents. Will continue to.
Also, it proves to me that Fox News are really homophobic and racist and simple-minded, and fear-mongering. That's pretty much towards anything is different, especially drag queens. Also, with Lauren, her problem is she lies and she gets caught many times. Even her speeches, you gotta do a fact check on her because most of the stuff she says, about certain things are a bunch of lies. And anybody believes her, you're foolish yourself. And that's my, it kind of proves who she really is. That's all it is. I hope she loses. One reason I'll move to Colorado to vote against her, and I'm going to move back to California. She's a horrible human being. She doesn't know her job. She's not educated well, and she doesn't know about the constitutions and stuff like that. But in the future, I'm going to do more videos about it. Her point of views are just really stupid, and she's dumb. I can't say anything nice about her. So just pretty much all I can say about it. Like and subscribe. Maybe do better next time. Thank you.